Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dragon's Concord actual play. My name is Ron Power. I'm your storyteller. We are doing In the Shadow of the Spires again, where our trusty party is wandering through the streets of Paragus. Let's get a recap from someone, if you don't mind. Nick, you want to do the honors?
Last we left off on the smoky streets of Bragas, we had just begun a more in-depth investigation into the ongoings of the senior staff here at the Necromancer's Tower and the Sanctum there within. Out from there, we had gone out into the streets of North Bend to try and discern more information from the local life, going on down to the Seeping Pit Tavern to have a conversation with the proprietor of said business. After gathering some information, my character had taken a nap because he was sleepy, while everyone else had decided to go and clean up some unfinished business before making their way down to the scrapyard in an attempt to intercept our party of reappearing prisoners.
When your character become a beatnik?
It's a beat poetry there.
Yeah. Happened during the nap.
Good nap.
Very powerful nap.
Excellent. Yes.
I just go, it's just deeper levels every nap.
Mm-hmm.
Onion.
All right. So this is where we begin with our, most of our esteemed characters are heading to the scrapyard because that, as they know, is where Snark will be arriving at dawn. So they're going to stake the place out, and we're going to see where it goes from there. So I believe everybody should be heading to the scrapyard except for Elohim and except for Pak, because Pak was not present for most of our adventures last time. Yes. So we do have, of course, Scrimp, we do have Grim, and we do have Gaius all heading to the scrapyard to stake it out. When they arrive, they find themselves at a large, square-shaped, pile of scrap metal, all sorts of odds and ends that have been thrown.
Is that what's called scrapyard?
Yes.
It's a yard full of scrap.
Full scrap, exactly.
Good name.
Just trying to set the scene here a little bit, but it does have a groundskeeper's shack in the back, where a groundskeeper is sort of poking his head out the window as he sees you arriving. He opens his door, and as he sees Scrimp walk up and says, "Oh, my dear boy, I haven't seen you in an age, but I have seen your brother lately."
Yeah, that's actually kind of why we're here. We wanted to make sure that we could catch Snark the next time he showed up. Does he, if he comes here like by himself, or does he? I mean, obviously the guards have started to show up to anticipate him, but before that, did he ever come with anybody? Did anyone ever show up with him?
I only ever was awake one time when he arrived, and I believe when that occurred, I was able to see down Broad Street there. I believe I saw two compatriots with him before they separated off, went their separate ways, and then he meandered his way down to the scrapyard and just sat at one of his favorite spots and waited. Didn't want to bother him, so I didn't approach him that time, and he seemed seemed willing to just sit there and contemplate life, and I didn't want to disturb him. But yes, he had some compatriots, I believe. It was quite a ways down, probably a quarter mile or so that they split off. You can sort of see it from the distance, though.
Would you like wake up and then he would be there?
That's usually what happens here. The last week or so that's been occurring is a regular thing.
Now, he told us that he's not really aware of what happens during the night, and that he's always kind of surprised to be here. Have you ever talked to him, like, before he, like, wakes up or whatever? Does he seem off to you?
That does make a little more sense, though. He does seem a bit confused and very weary, which seems strange for first thing in the morning, but I suppose if you've been out all night, would make sense.
Yeah,
But I usually I'm asleep when he arrives. It was just that one time, and I decided to leave him be that particular time.
he comes from up there.
Yes, yes, should be right around if it's like the time before that I saw him. Should be around 5 a.m. In the morning, around that time.
Right. You ever have any injuries? Blood?
No, seems all right physically. Maybe shaken up. Obviously, the first couple of times he was shaken up a little bit emotionally about where am I? Why did this happen? And I could not answer those things for him, of course. I just tried to help him explain where he was, and then he went off on his way. And then the guards started coming.
Right. You got any good stuff lying around?
Of course, of
Like
course.
picking through the stuff.
We always have plenty of things that you can build with. I know you're very clever. In fact, look at this thing you've created. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Mark 2 is pretty good. Hey, check this out. He like puts down his backpack, and like Mark 1 will hop out.
Yep. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, you should see it when they get going together. Anyway, so up there, huh?
Yes, you can just put your things wherever you want to. You are welcome anywhere in the yard, of course. I'm going to go ahead and head to sleep. It's past
We
my
might check
bedtime.
out that place you said up further up Broad Street. So, you have a good night.
Very well. Good night. Good night to you all. And he turns around and heads back in his little shack. Closes the door. Yeah, so if you guys want to head up Broad Street, you can see the intersection that he was referring to. There's a couple of buildings if you want to scope out from on high. Otherwise, there's some hiding spots on the low ground if you'd prefer.
Well, I don't know about all of you, but perhaps going a bit higher would be a bit easier for us to keep an eye on and not get spotted.
No, that makes sense. I don't want to startle them or anything. Or maybe we do. Maybe wake them up, shake them up out of their stupor.
Slap and rattle a bit.
Not too hard. I don't know. Like they already
Cognitive
seem
recalibration.
They already seem a little sensitive. I don't want to make things any worse. If one of them was a dick, maybe, but no, they all seem pretty sweet.
That's true.
By the way, I guess I should mention that at least when you're up this far to the north from the scrapyard, you are on basically the very edge of the North Bend district. So you are, it's kind of like not a thing that just ends, but it sort of like fades out little by little. But even from here, at this time of night, because you're here earlier, than the morning tide, so it's a little after midnight, I suppose, and you can hear the just even midweek the shouts and revelries of people at the various bars and inns and taverns. There's bright lights from illusions that are cast everywhere. It's imagine this district being a lot like if Blade Runner existed in a fantasy universe, but it was illusions that were being cast everywhere instead of like holograms.
Dope.
Yep. And so all sorts of things are being like peddled in that fashion, whether they be legal or illegal. So you have a lot of interesting things going on in the red light area of North Bend. But for now, you are on the very edge of that scene, and you're kind of removed from it a bit. You can just hear you can hear the sounds, and you can see the lights from the neighborhoods over. All right, so you guys going up on a roof or staying down below?
Up on a roof.
Yeah, up on a roof.
Okay. Why don't you guys all give me the three of you? Okay.
I'm gonna stay down below.
Okay,
But I'm being some distance back.
that sounds good. If you're on the roof, you two, give me stealth checks with advantage, and then you just give me a straight stealth check. And yeah,
17.
okay,
25.
all right.
Jeez.
Natural 20 for a 25.
Okay. You guys are all doing a pretty good job of staying, especially the two of you up on the rooftop, obviously. But you're not overexposed or anything. You feel like you found a good, comfortable spot you can stake out and not be seen. So, with that being said, let's skip real quickly back to the seeping pit, where Elohim You are just now waking up from a long rest. You've had 8 hours of good sleep, so you can mark off your exhaustion level. You're back to normal. You stretch, you yawn, and they've been good enough to leave a cup of coffee in the room there for you. When you step out of the...
Ooh, an Ibris brew.
Also left a Molotov cocktail for you.
What the fuck? Don't drink the wrong one.
Straight kerosene.
That'll wake you up.
Yep.
And turn you blind.
When you
But you're awake.
when you step out, it is very, very early in the morning, so there is hardly anyone there. The only ones who remain are the bartender and a single, maybe not single, it depends on if his retinue there is there. A three-creen, a three-creen is sitting alone at a table, eating something from a plate.
What would they have in a place like that?
They would have, it's pretty grimy, greasy food.
Think small with a lot of legs.
Yeah.
Like you.
He's big with a lot of legs.
They would not necessarily bake you bugs on put it on a platter for you. It would probably just be something like a greasy chicken dinner, like has up gravy over it or something like that. A very unappetizing looking, but probably tastes all right when you actually dig into it.
Yeah, I think by the time that you come down, I've already gone to the bones, and you see this long tongue going into the bones, pulling out the marrow.
Works the other way. I take a sip of coffee and I focus and try to communicate with you through me. Just like. I walk over.
I now note the sound effect of proboscis removing marrow from a bone. I don't know what
Oh, I'm sure it's on the internet.
I walk over to you. Good morning, Pock.
Good morning.
Have you had coffee before?
No.
It's hot. Be careful.
Hey, Pock, you tried meth yet?
This burns.
It's hot. I told you.
I propose a side quest. We just have like a tourist montage with Pock just like showing around the city.
Take the cup back. I take the cup back and
Puck goes to Flavor Town.
give it back to you after blowing on it.
This is still hot,
Well,
but it tastes good.
it'll wake you up too.
Will it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't sleep.
That's a shame, actually.
Yeah, that's not creepy.
So caffeine is highly toxic to insects?
It's fine.
Okay.
Do I need to require a con save? No, we won't go that far.
My kind do not sleep.
That's creepy. It's also sad. You don't dream?
We enjoy meditation, but we do not sleep.
Oh, you're like elves.
What?
You know what an elf is?
Yes.
They don't sleep either. They meditate. We're walking and talking as I'm like,
Thank you for the chicken.
Of course.
have you paid already?
Have I paid already?
They say you were friends of Bracken, so it was taken care of.
Your knees were broken a little bit, though.
Wonderful. Thank you. No,
Break his knees directly.
you are speaking of the visions that elves experience when they enter the meditative state. We enter it as a way to center ourselves and tap into our abilities. No, we live a much shorter lifespan than most of you, and so we do not have time to sleep.
That's sad. You never dream?
No,
That's sad.
I suppose it could be, but we live every second.
That's also sad. You don't ever just crave for a moment to slow down?
No.
This is coming from like the caffeine addicted, sleeps 2 hours a time.
Yeah, 2 hour.
He runs on coffee and rum.
Yeah,
We all have a lifespan of exactly 30 years. so-
exactly.
Exactly.
Like
30.
down to the
You
minute.
could set
Yes.
that box.
That's
One.
impressive. Biologically speaking, that's incredible.
I wish to dissect you.
Wow. definitely don't go into the fucking Mage's Tower again.
Why?
Because there are some freaks in there who'd probably kill to dissect you. And you would probably kill them too.
This is fair.
Yeah.
That's very rude.
They don't have social skills. That's why they're in colleges. Learning magic and studying books and being gross.
I think we just lost our entire college audience.
This is a very strange conception about higher learning.
Well, it's like the price to pay. You know, you go into an incredible amount of effort to become better at something, and you gotta exchange it for something else, like caffeine addiction.
Why can't you be social and smart?
Well, some people are.
Exceptions?
Yeah, there's some exceptions.
I see.
That's with every society, though.
I am not naturally this well spoken. If we are going to be completely honest.
Is that why you're out here?
No. I was sent here to see what you all are worth.
That's an interesting way of putting that.
Yes.
Around that time, you arrive at the scrapyard where you thought that Scrimp and the others were going. You sort of look around, you don't see them, but you do see there's a main street kind of leading up towards the north. Maybe they headed that way.
Just walking around.
You guys kind of see Elheim and Pock meandering around looking for you guys.
Once they get a bit closer, just taking a small silver mirror and just...
I guess roll perception. See if you see the silver mirror.
Yes, I see it.
Okay.
28.
I see it too well.
Yes. You guys both kind of get blinded by it for a minute, and then you realize it's coming from a rooftop at a nondescript intersection.
I guess it's them. Or we're about to get attacked.
Why would we be attacked?
It's the North Bend. Wait, like 4 seconds. Okay, we're
Just hear a mugging going on. Yeah, we're behind you.
Sorry about that, guys. Had to mug that guy real quick.
That's one real quick.
Did your god tell you?
Are we being quiet?
I suppose so.
God took a nap for a second, so we got away with it.
Don't see why else they'd be hiding up on roofs. Yep, there they are. They're coming.
Alright, so you guys head up as well.
Yeah.
Alright, you two each give me stealth checks as well.
With advantage?
With advantage, yes, because you're on the roof.
Thank goodness for that advantage.
10.
Okay.
27.
Okay. He's covering for your deficiencies a bit. You're still kind of like in your own little world, sort of like wandering around. He's like, no, over here, Pop.
Come on.
It
Yeah.
probably sounds like a sparkly robe that covers you.
Yeah.
Fuck. Look for disco ball. Over here.
Stop looking at the advertisement.
Right. So right around that time, the four of you up top and you down below, you hear, before you see, the sound of drunken singing coming down the street. Just the sounds of like 3 or 4 men kind of going, "Oh, the man invented beer," and just and they're like having a good time. Then they come around the corner, and one of them, 2 of them, in fact, are very short. One of them seems like they probably are about goblin sized. The other seems to be maybe halfling sized, and then there's a human sized.
Total of 3?
Total of 3. And they are meandering down the
And they're
street.
All singing.
And they're all singing and sort of laughing, falling over each other a little bit, weaving in the street as though they've had a few too many. Those of you who are standing on the rooftops probably see them before they round that corner. And you can tell, though, that their destination does seem to be like heading right in front of where you guys are set up. So, does anybody want to do anything as they arrive?
Just looking at them.
Okay. As they get closer and closer, it becomes obvious. The first one that's like super obvious is that yes, that's definitely Snark heading this way. he's singing and laughing with the rest of them, and he appears to be inebriated. As the other two do.
So the real magic was alcohol all along?
Seems to be. In addition, as they get a little closer, that does appear to be a big, broad-chested bull of a man, so that's probably Luca. The one you can't quite tell is who is this other mysterious halfling-sized fellow. If you guys want to give me perception checks, I'll give you a chance to catch it from afar. Yes.
Are they dressed like as if they just got out of the prison?
They are dressed. Actually, yes. They. It's funny. They have they have their kind of their robes on, but they've been given like some pants to sort of cover up. Like they have the robes as like a shirt, and then they put on pants basically and boots.
Okay.
Yeah.
15.
15.
28.
28.
8.
8. Okay. So
I'm just looking at my
6.
brother.
All right. So Gaius, you're the first one who sees it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the halfling lawyer, Marius, who was with
What?
folks. He seems to be, in fact, sort of
That
like
son of a bitch!
he seems to be like the orchestrator of this whole group. He's like waving them on as to sing and going, "Oh, my friends, we had such a marvelous time tonight once again. Oh, I always enjoy my revelries with you all. Oh, my friends, my friends. I will see you again tomorrow." And they all say, "On the morrow!" And they all kind of laugh and cheer. And he begins to sort of split off. Luca begins to split off.
I'm going to perform a cognitive recalibration.
Okay.
Halfling.
You're going to...
Cold cock him.
Okay. So you are going to jump out and give him a punch in the face.
From the dark. From the
No, he
That's
was
what
on the
I'm
ground. Yeah. He was on the ground level, so
Okay.
that actually does track. So and he is passing by where you could do that pretty easily right about now. So yeah, I'm going to give you advantage on this attack roll. Make an unarmed melee attack.
Thank you, advantage. I spoke too soon. Well, that is still a 14.
A 14 is enough to hit an unarmored halfling who's drunk.
Yeah, I'm feeling good about myself right
Yeah.
now.
You reach out and you punch him square in the jaw. Give me your damage.
Scrim's like, oh, I think he's gonna kill him.
He's got 3 hit points.
That's 13 damage.
13 damage. He is unconscious. I assume you were doing non-lethal damage.
I was definitely doing that.
So we'll call him unconscious, not taking death saving throws. He is simply laid out.
I'm the fist of the Lord.
Yeah, I imagine that you gave him just like one hell of an uppercut. Basically, you got way down
The
low.
amazing levitating
Yeah,
halfling.
exactly. Yeah, he went flying, landed on his back, and he's just out. Luca, who was already kind of like, he's already headed that way, didn't even really see this happen. He's too drunk to notice. Snark sees it happen though, and he's like, "Whoa! What's going on? What's the deal here?"
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm gonna like, hey, relax.
And he looks up. Is that you, Scrim?
Yeah. Has this ever happened to you before? You ever wake up before you get to the?
While this is happening, I'm
Scrapyard?
going to go down and intercept Luca.
Okay. Let's I'll hold off on your conversation with Snark because I think we want to make this a longer role playing thing. So you're running to go find Luca.
Yeah.
Make a perception check before he gets out of eyesight.
Come on, you son of a bitch! No!
So
9.
Okay. Yes, go ahead.
I did roll a nat 20 earlier.
On your perception?
Yeah.
Okay. But that was more to see them coming down the road, right?
Yeah, I was more just asking, was there anything else I was noticing around them? Like I was trying to perceive the wider picture.
I think the wider picture, I kind of explained pretty much the full gist of it. It's just, one thing you would have caught is that Luca was heading off to a direction which jibes with the addresses that were on the note, right? You might not know exactly where that puppet show was located, but you get the feeling that he's probably headed that direction.
Gotcha.
Is probably what your guess is. So unless you know the exact location of that street that he goes to every day, I'd say he's kind of lost down the he's zagged already down the streets.
671 Oxtail Street?
Yeah. You can make a history check to see if you know exactly where that puppet show is.
We'll see. 12.
Well, I don't think that's high enough.
Gotcha.
You know the general vicinity, but you're going to have to go track him down
Gotcha.
If you want to catch him. What you do see, I think, at this point, is you clocked the halfling. Snark is kind of freaking out. And he says, wait, what do you mean awake? I don't know what you're talking about, baby brother. I know I haven't seen you in years. And now you're is this your friend? He's attacking my buddy?
You saw wait. You saw me earlier today or yesterday, I guess, because it's pretty late.
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't seen you in years and years.
Okay, he's still under whatever the hell they're normally under.
I cast Detect Magic.
They are so both Marius and Snark are under the influence of an enchantment spell of some sort.
Also a concussion.
And a concussion. Other than that, if anybody has any magical items on them, obviously those are radiating magical. But that's the obvious thing that your detect magic finds.
I'm still up on the roof.
Okay. Just observing.
Yeah, I'm just kind of watching. In
Okay.
case, like anybody else comes down the street hearing
He's-
the cries of.
He says, hey, baby brother, come with me. I gotta go to the scrapyard. I'm not sure why, but I'm supposed to meet someone down at the scrapyard. Come with me. And he's starting to walk that way, regardless of whether you're gonna come with him or not.
Yeah, I'll head down there.
Okay.
They're both enchanted.
Can your brother take a punch?
I mean, no.
At least once.
We're nerdy little guys. We spend all our days reading
Little
books.
goblins.
Little goblins.
If I lose Luca, I'll make my way back.
Okay, yeah, you've kind of lost him. So you loop your way back over to where Snark is sort of like, not like trotting or running or anything, but he is fast walking down towards the scrapyard as Scrimp is like jumping kind of down and making his way to catch up with him. And he's like,
You want a halfling?
What?
I'll sell it to you real cheap.
why did your friend there punch out my friend Marius?
How do you know Marius?
Marius is my drinking buddy. We go out drinking every night.
Do you know where you came from?
Yeah, I came from. I came from like my home. Wait,
No.
no, you're right. Where did I come from?
Look at your clothes.
Do I see this interaction happening?
Yeah, everybody, the rest of you guys.
I'm
all
gonna
see
roll an
this.
insight on
Okay, go ahead and roll an insight.
That's more like it. 20.
20. It's pretty obvious that the Snark, guy is already called out. He's under an enchantment. He's charmed in some way to believe that he's just out on a regular night with his pals drinking. He's also got some sort of compulsion or charm put on him that tells him he needs to get to that scrapyard before morning.
Let's not take him to the scrapyard.
Yeah, no,
Let's take him on a walk. What did you do? Why is Marius here?
Look, Ma and Pa are sick, worried about you. We gotta get back to their house real
Mom,
quick.
Pa,
Yeah,
why
come
are
on.
they worried?
Because you've been out drinking all night. Let's go.
Oh, damn.
Wouldn't they be worried since he was in prison?
Prison?
I don't think he knows about
Yeah,
us.
is this in his head as well?
This would
Okay,
be
well,
only
then never
to
mind.
that.
Then he didn't say that.
Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I may have punched prematurely.
I looked down at Marius.
He's just out. And he kind of has a smile on his face like, at least I can rest. But it's like he does also look hurt.
First, I make sure that he's not gonna,
No, he looks like he's stable.
like he's gonna have a bruise.
He's gonna have a bad egg, knot on the back of his head when he wakes up.
I start because he's the odd one out. Check your brother. I start patting him down.
Give me a investigation.
Hey, do you got any money for the Oryx?
No, I got nothing. Sorry.
Let me check.
Mary's
I just start checking him also.
25.
25. Marius has like a sack full of gold coins on him. He's probably got like 20 gold coins in his little pouch. He's got maybe a half a flask of some sort of brown liqueur left in a little flask. He's got...
Hand this over to you.
Yep. I think that's about it. Maybe yeah, he doesn't have any weapons. And
Wasn't carrying any work stuff with him.
no, not
Gotcha.
at all. Yep.
Is that a flask magic?
No. And the liquid inside is not either.
Oh, there it goes.
So I'm sorry, you were asking Snark something. Oh, you were patting him down.
Yeah,
Stuff,
yeah.
right.
Mhm.
I mean, he's literally the shirt that he's got on, and then these borrowed clothes, and that
Yeah.
seems to be it.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, come on, let's get back to Mom and Pa's place, and that way they won't be so worried anymore.
No, I gotta get to the scrapyard. I don't.
No, the scrapyard can wait, man. Like it's been a while since Mom and Dad have been this pissed. I don't think you want to make them that upset, do you?
All right, make a persuasion check with disadvantage, but this is just to give him a saving throw to try and get out of the enchantment.
Okay.
I want to break.
Persuasion?
Yep,
Ooh, that's a 10.
a 10. I don't think that's even enough that he's even going to try to make a saving
You
throw.
are going to come with us.
You can make an intimidation check with disadvantage. I think it's still a disadvantage
Okay.
because it's a magical compulsion.
That's 15.
15? Okay. I'd say that's enough to just... We're going to give him a saving throw.
I believe.
Okay. Your friend is scary. Yeah, let's go. All right, I'll go with you. I don't want to be left alone with this guy.
Wise.
Yeah. And then I look over his shoulder, I'm like,
All right, so he starts to follow.
Hawk. Help me carry Marius.
This doesn't feel right.
This doesn't feel right either, but we're not
Well,
going to
I
get
got
more until
Marius.
Mornis. You got Marius? Okay.
Just cradle his head so he doesn't choke.
That's the goblin questions.
Around that time, as you're picking up Marius, all of you here, because I rolled behind the scenes, and this is just a passive check for you. All of you hear the sounds of what appears to probably sounds like heavy armored footsteps, booted armored footsteps coming down the street, about to round a corner and encounter you guys.
Run. Get into the alleyway. Come on. Fuck the guards.
I realize I have a rap sheet and I'm carrying an unconscious halfling.
I'm gonna walk.
Hot potato.
Jesus.
you've got... you've...
I'm gonna walk towards the footsteps.
Okay.
To at least give them, if need be,
Yeah, distraction.
distraction, deniability, something.
Yeah. Okay, so you come around the corner and you do see two guards, kind of with they just have chainmail, the tabards of the guard, and as you approach, they look like they're just going to try and walk around you. They're just not really paying any attention to you at first.
Pardon me, officers.
Yes.
I seem to be a little bit turned around. Do you know what street this is?
Broad Street is just that way. It's the main
What
street.
street is this one?
Do you know the name of the street? No, I don't really know. Citizen, we're actually in a bit of a hurry. There's a place we need to be right at dawn every morning on this.
I'm from out of town. Where is that? I'd love to hear all about it.
A place we need to be?
Yes, of course.
Make a persuasion check.
Sure. That's going to be a 29.
You know, it's odd that a citizen would take such interest in our route.
Of course, it's a fine thing to be concerned about the safety of the men around here, and you're doing a fine job, gentlemen, both of you here. So what exactly is...
And I will just want their life story.
Yeah, they are willing to indulge you for a while, so enough time to give them at least the escapability. Now, eventually, they're going to say, "Oh, citizen, we really need to be on our way," but that's enough time that they can be on. Definitely get out of the area.
Okay, the conversation is just slow walk away.
Sheathing your sword.
Okay, so where the rest
Murder is not required today.
where are the rest of you headed with a unconscious halfling between you and a confused goblin?
The closest entertainment parlor.
Okay.
Whatever that may be.
Oh dear.
Strip club.
Yeah. No, I think it's it's definitely going to be a. Actually, I think it's going to be a bar where wizards go to smoke, and indulge themselves in fine types of tobaccos and other maybe sort of illicit goods that give them other sorts of highs and
Going
that kind
to
of
a
thing.
magic hookah bar.
Yeah, it's a magic hookah bar. And so there's a lot of like
Fireball!
Yeah.
This seems extraordinarily dangerous.
But you carry them in, and nobody bats an eye because there are wizards just laid out on comfy-looking beanbag chairs all over the place. There's couches, and then of course the big hookah pipes in the center of these tables and that kind of thing. Everybody's just like, first off, it's middle of the week, super early in the morning. There's maybe like 4 people in here. Second off, the ones who are in here are out of their gourd. So they're either asleep, high, or just don't care. And so you managed to pull Marius and Snark in here. And there is even some little private areas, like little cubbies, that if you wanted to get out of eyesight, you could.
I'm gonna wake up Gandalf's lazy ass and get to the Shire. That's my plan.
We'll go into a small parlor.
Okay. So you pull them inside. Gaius, you've made your way back at this point.
If I found them, yes.
I think so. Is that
Okay.
what you said, Grim? Is that where you were going to find Gaius, or?
I was following them because I believe I handed off Marius to.
Yeah, once the cop showed up, your fight or flight kicked in, and you tossed me Mary.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay, gotcha.
What?
Had
That's a
to
person. It's a grown man.
In that case, I do think you probably would need to make like an investigation check to find out where they were.
I believe. I arrested, so this doesn't exist.
13?
13's not quite enough.
Okay.
I think you're just gonna have to wait until they reappear at some point or find you.
We'll
I haven't met you yet. Never mind.
spend a few minutes walking around.
Yep.
And then I'll just blow my signal whistle, see if it gets anyone else's attention.
Okay. You hear about a few minutes later from outside. You hear just.
The cops are looking out for us. Shit.
I open the door.
You see guys standing out there.
Oh,
holding
yeah,
this-
description. Grade skin elf. Fabulously opulent clothing. Definitely doesn't seem to fit here. Carries himself in the, oh no, I do belong here. I don't care what you say. Backpack, bunch of stuff. Little things poking here, poking out there. Rapier, crossbow on his side, and just blows the whistle, looks around.
Hello.
Yeah, in your brain.
Are you lost?
Gods, are those you again?
I am not a god.
Who are you?
I am Pokhabal.
Hello?
Hello. Are you lost?
No, I'm right where I'm intended to be. Attempting to find someone, though.
Who are you looking for?
Associates of mine.
I see. I am with associates currently.
I am glad you have made friends.
Thank you.
Disembodied voice from elsewhere.
I'm actually over here.
Ah. That is slightly less disturbing.
Come to the hookah bar, child. Indulge in sin.
I saw you on the roof earlier. Are you associates with my associates?
Who are your associates?
My associates include a dragon-blooded, a very muscular orc who enjoys some fiery activities.
Arson?
Yes.
Yes.
They are inside.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, walk on in.
I hold the flap open.
I'm mildly imitating a wizard currently.
Just kind of warming him up.
Basting him.
This all tracks.
You're gonna burn him. You gotta rotate him. Yeah.
It's just like
Wait.
a bunch of dads at
Yeah.
a cookout and telling everyone else how to flip a burger.
Oh, hold on. Who's the arson specialist here?
That's fair. Wizard bar?
Yeah, I mean, it could be anybody. It doesn't have to be wizards. It's just the wizards are frequenters here because it's right across the street from them.
Good enough. I teleport in.
Okay,
Stars.
cool. Yeah, you're up here. No, there's no wards and nobody bats an eyelash.
I figured, but
Yeah.
if I can be extra and dramatic, I'm going to be extra dramatic, damn
Let me
it.
blow that spell slot real quick.
Yeah.
Spell slot.
Class ability.
Racial.
There you go.
Shit, okay.
All right. So you see your. I mean, they're not readily apparent because they're in a little cubby hole, but Pock can show you where they went.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Still unconscious?
Yeah, he's still unconscious.
Unless you've done anything to try to
Probably
revive
has
him
severe
yet.
brain damage. We should probably fix that.
I'm not a fucking healer.
Never mind.
Cure light ones. Oh, I'm magic, by the way.
What the? Did you punch me in the face?
I believe it was the back of the head.
No, you got punched in the chin, and then you cracked your head on the pavement.
I may have acted prematurely. My apologies.
Do you
He's
know?
your lawyer.
First of all, do you know who we are?
No, you're not in my usual revels each night.
That's
Each
very
night.
strange.
So you do this every night.
Yes, I'm a bit of.
How many times have you been punched in the face?
No, I don't get punched in the face
Oh,
usually.
okay.
Although there have been a few times, but not recently. Not recently.
Where'd you come from?
Well, we just tonight we went frequenting. We went to the old mill tavern, and we went down. We bar hopped to a few places, as we usually do.
Where do you start your bar hop at?
Every night it's a different tavern.
Where do you meet up, though?
Well,
What is your name?
my name is Marius Veratus.
What is your profession?
I am an attorney.
What was the last case you remember?
I don't recall.
I punched the law school education out of him.
You punched the bar straight out of it.
It is
I feel a little
impressive.
bad about this one.
It is impressive and concerning.
It is very strange. It must have been a while.
How familiar are you with enchantment magic?
Not very. I know what it basically is.
You were experiencing it.
Oh dear. If you say so, I guess.
Your friends, Luca, Zara,
Yes.
Snark.
Yes,
all of them?
Snark.
Yeah. Where'd you all meet up?
There's a tree just down at the base of DOOMKEEP. In the Wizards College.
I think I'm familiar.
Yes, I always stay there and wait for them to arrive. They always appear as puffs of cloud wisping down from the tower.
So
and
you're
then-
there first.
Yes, I always
Wizards.
arrive there first, waiting for them. Yes.
At least it isn't the Fae.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's fair.
Pierre.
I'll take wizards over the Fae any day.
They appear in a puff of smoke.
More as gaseous forms of cloud that sort of wisp down from. Oh, of course, except for Yara. She's much more delicate. She levitates downward, as a goddess would.
How is that possible? I thought the DOOMKEEP has spell wards up so you can't cast magic in there.
I've heard that as well, but far be it from me for understanding the inner workings of wizards. They are beyond my ken. I'm just an attorney, although I wonder if I'm even that anymore.
Poke his brain.
Can you
Um,
cast spells from outside?
We never had the opportunity. We were just trying. We tried a few times
feel like that's set up an
inside the
alarm.
keep. We haven't tried.
It depends on the nature of the arcane wards. If it's built properly, no.
Well,
Probably no.
I'm in touch with greater forces. It was difficult, but not impossible to cast it there.
So you show up at this tree every night.
Yes,
What are you doing before that?
Drinking.
You just show up.
I just show up. Before that, I'm drinking, and then I'm heading back to my office, and then I go drinking again, and then I go back to my office, and then I'm drinking again, and it goes on and on like that.
You have
Yeah.
a very interesting work life.
Yes, I suppose so.
Do you remember doing any work?
No.
My face
But
doesn't
by the
ring
way,
a
I
bell.
do need to get back to my office now. It's
Put my hand on his shoulder.
he starts to stand up, and then you just like shove him.
I
back
give him
down
a
to the
gold
seat.
coin.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
How far are we from the DOOMKEEP? That's literally what I'm going to do now. Instead of that in the background.
It's about half a mile from I'd say it's like a half mile to the gate of the actual Wizards College, and then it's another 3/4 of a mile into the college to get to the DOOMKEEP.
We know what to bring him into the DOOMKEEP.
I'm curious. I want to see what happens when his compulsion isn't satisfied. And I feel like if we get close to the mage tower with all the guards circling around, they're going to steal our prize from us.
My intent was to see if that would clear the enchantment.
I was
I don't think we'll make it in time.
also thinking of that, but also I am thinking that if there is some kind of maladaptive effect. I do not want that to befall my brother. So we can keep Marius here. I'm probably going to take my brother to the scrapyard.
Well, this might be a take the money and run situation. You have your brother. He's outside of prison. Fucking run.
I'm just really worried that, like,
Something will happen.
something is going to punish him for not
Did you
being
detect
there.
any other sort of magic?
Most of the enchantment. I can try and pop it if you wish.
Try to dispel it?
If you can dispel it, maybe that might be something.
On your brother, on Marius, do you have a preference?
Let's try Marius first.
Yeah, let's try Marius first. I don't want...
Dispel magic.
So,
Oh, I thought that was Marius. You're like, yeah, okay.
Yep, sure.
I'm trying.
Okay, I'm perfectly okay with this.
You're so...
He is
you're
kind
so
of just very
impressionable
pliable.
like this.
He's very impressionable and pliable at this moment.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm first going to let him know we're trying to dispel some magic on you. We believe you are enchanted.
Oh, all right.
Wonderful. It's easier than my normal clients. Fantastic. DC is 10 plus a level. That's going to be 11 or 20. Is it a 10th level or lower spell?
Yes.
It is no longer effective.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
So he's
Pathfinder
he
ladies
just
and
kind
gentlemen.
of the cloudy. He had sort of a cloudy look in his eyes. Obviously, he was just sort of like super like pliable and that kind of stuff. But now it kind of clears up a little bit. Doesn't seem to do anything to clear up his drunkenness, however, or the fact that he has a
brain damage.
concussion. Yeah, exactly.
That's a him problem.
But he does blink rapidly, and he says, "Good God, where am I? What? Elohim?
Hello, Marius.
So he wasn't magically intoxicated. He was regular intoxicated and enchanted.
And
that seems a
enchanted.
bit overkill, but okay.
Yeah. I think I know all of you. Where am I? What is
So,
going on here?
First, I need to calm
First
down.
of all-
And let's wait a couple of seconds.
If you hear you're assaulted by a half-orc, that's a dirty lie. That never happened.
Oh God, my head. What is? Oh, my eyes. I feel
Why
like
do I have
I've
a-
been run over
Sorry.
by an Oryx.
So, we will explain things in due time.
What?
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Just to make sure anything adverse
Oh,
happens.
weird. Something weird happening.
His head exploded?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just like, he was staring at you cockeyed, and then he just finally says, No, I'm drunk, obviously, but other than that, I'm fine, I guess. And the head hurts, but you said I was...
You're
did
enchanted.
I was enchanted?
Yes. So you have been a part of our band of disappearing inmates.
Good gods, that does explain why I've been so tired lately.
I move over out of the way to see the brothers pair.
Oh, yes.
So this has never been reported
that does-
before.
Makes sense, I suppose. I'm sorry?
It's never been reported before.
Well, I wake up every morning in my office alone, so I didn't report it.
Do you live at your office?
Yes, I have a small office bedroom.
First
No,
thing,
no, we can relate.
what was the last thing you What was the last thing you remember?
Going to sleep last night.
So,
Do you want to stick with your brother? Just take your brother to the scrapyard. We're gonna go to his
yeah, I'm going to take him to the scrapyard.
Okay.
Do you want
Snark
to
seems.
spell first?
He had gone
Can you
along with
dispel
you
it?
guys.
Yeah, can you dispel? Try one more dispel if that's okay, since he's alright.
I'm still amazingly charismatic.
Yes, you are.
Do you normally have stars sparkling around you?
Yes.
It's a spell.
11th level or lower spell, it goes away.
So,
Fuck the gods and their magic.
Snark instantly clears up. One thing that's very interesting about Snark is as his enchantment fades away, and he looks at you and he says, "Scrimp, why are you here again?
Look around.
Oh, but this ain't the scrapyard. What's going on?" And you notice one thing. You make an insight check. Anybody who wants to, really.
Can you see?
6.
Nope. I need to change of dice.
18?
Okay.
Yeah, same.
16.
All right, anybody above a 15, you guys notice he's speaking, while he does, seem confused about where he was originally, he's not speaking with any kind of drunkenness. He's speaking very clearly. Any type of drunkenness on his end seems to have gone away completely.
It's most likely they found Marius where he was already intoxicated.
Or it's part of his compulsion.
Assholes.
That'd be a pretty easy thing to enchant, I would imagine.
while you are part of the gaze being go, drink, and then take them from tree to... There's a tree outside of the tower.
Maybe. I don't know of it. I don't get much of a view from where we are.
You said you were talking to your brother in the scrapyard. What was the last thing you remember in the scrapyard?
The last thing I remember in the scrapyard.
Just now. You said you were talking with him.
Well, no, I said, last I remember was I was talking to Scrimp at the tower.
At the tower. Okay.
Yeah. But then you went home. You left.
Yeah.
And then I went about my, I went and got dinner as normal. I fiddled around for a while, and then I went to bed. And that's how it usually happens. And I wake up. But usually I'm at the scrapyard, not inside wherever this is.
No, yeah. So we ran.
But I guess you found me.
We found you. Yeah.
Okay.
The guy who runs the scrapyard, he told us that he saw you one night coming down Broad Street. So we kind of went up there, saw yous, Marius over there, Luca. I guess Yara and Zara had already split off at some point.
Yeah, that makes sense. Though from what I understand, they're found further away, so they probably would have split off before.
Here's the weird thing, y'all. All of you was talking as if you were wasted. You're singing, you're doing your little jigs, what have you. We disenchant. We disenchant.
Yeah, I am wearing pants. That's weird. They must take the pants off me when I get to. No, I guess I take. I did realize I had pants every day. But they take them away when I get back to the college.
No pants. Seems.
Yeah.
It seems unreasonable.
Goddamn! They're taking away our jeans.
Weird thing is, we disenchant Marius. He's still drunk. We disenchant you. You're not drunk.
Yeah, that is weird. I don't know. I don't feel drunk at all. I definitely do.
Can I look at them to see if they have any blood on them in any
go ahead.
Marius does.
Yeah, make an inspection check.
I'll help you with this.
While they're doing that, I'm going to try and charm breakfast and drinks for everyone. Do you want me to roll? The minimum is going to be about a 28 to 30.
You'll have to leave this establishment to go find like a food cart, but yes, that's fine. Yeah.
I'll have them move the food cart into
Do we have
here.
Praga's mozzarella sticks?
Minimum is a what you said? 30?
Let's see. Rolling with advantage?
Yeah.
So it's going to be...
I don't know if it's with advantage, though.
I'm still shiny.
Spell.
Oh, you got
You put on
gotcha,
enhanced
gotcha.
ability.
Yeah, gotcha.
How's a 28 strike you?
Okay. They'll mark it down to a quarter of the price. Maybe not free. That's good, though.
In the middle
So
of the
you
night.
literally pay probably 5 silver for a huge amount of food.
Pay him a gold and borrow the entire cart.
There you go.
Keep Marius entertained. I'm going to go to his office.
It's I gotta roll the 12 on that investigation, Chief.
Would
Okay.
you like assistance?
Yes, please.
Would you like breakfast?
And you were searching for
Not
blood.
yet, actually.
I mean, Marius
Save me
does
a
have a
box.
little bit of a bloody chin.
Save me that.
I will.
The
I will.
entire cart.
I will grab
nothing to
myself.
indicate
nothing
that
to
they were
indicate that
pulling
they-
skulls
right.
from bodies.
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, at least that clears them for that.
Grimtusk and I are going to Marius's office.
Okay.
We're gonna hustle. We're not gonna.
Are you taking Marius with you, or
No.
Would you like assistance?
I think less is better. But if you want to come, then by all means.
I'm going to stay with
Yeah. Keep an eye on them in case something happens.
And my food cart.
the food cart.
I wheel in and I walk out for a minute, walk back with an entire
Gives you any
food cart.
trouble. Catherine's got a real
Very
glass
appearance
jaw.
is this.
It's personality. That's
Hey,
I will keep that in mind.
you're out of the tower now. We don't. There's nothing in there that we gotta
yeah, but
bring you back.
I know, but Yara, I can't believe. I mean, I don't feel good. Are you guys gonna take care of Yara?
Yeah, I mean, we still gotta. That's the job that we were hired to do. But if you're already out, I mean, we got this food cart. You could sneak inside the food cart. We could just drive the cart back to Ma and Pa's. You could lay low there for a while.
Marius again is like, I'm not hearing any of this. La la la.
That sounds quite illegal.
A food cart probably could fit a goblin. Just saying.
But
also, what I am
he says,
saying.
The thing is, I kind of want to help, though, if I can. But you can make a persuasion check if you like.
No, I want to respect what he wants
Okay.
to do. So, okay.
I mean, if it sounds like I'm not going to stop this behavior anytime soon.
Do
So
you
maybe
think
I
it
can
would
do
affect you? Do you think it would affect you at Mom and Pa's, or do you think it only hits you when you're at the?
Yeah, I don't know.
DOOMKEEP.
We'd have to. I guess we'd have to. I guess we'd have to try it out. I mean, I guess I could stay away for one day and we see what happens if you want to.
And
do
then
that.
and then the next day we'll drop you back off at the scrapyard. They'll be like, "Oh, what happened?" But like, I mean, they still got you.
Yeah, let's do that. That makes sense.
Okay.
That way, I'm helping in multiple ways.
Yeah. All right. Let's do that.
Okay.
Oh, all right. And I open up the food cart, the little cart, like just I like take out
The guy who
what was
owns the
cart
food
again?
cart, by the way, is like, now see here. I didn't mind you wheeling my cart in here to give these folks some food, but I don't know about putting a goblin inside of it.
2 gold.
5 gold, and I'll give you the cart for free. I'll just kick in the cart.
That's not for free. You're paying.
That's why I changed what I said.
It's a good way to
more
talk
gold.
about it, though.
All right, I'll go buy a better cart.
Your net worth has increased.
I'm right on the food cart. Don't lose my food cart.
No.
Marius is.
What kind of food is this food cart again?
This is probably like so it's street food, so it's like braised meat on a stick.
Okay.
Again, pretty much. Yep.
All right, kebabs.
When
I will take a kebab.
Yeah.
It is my
Take a
kebab.
bu- Yeah, take a bunch of kebabs out.
3 of them.
When
Yeah.
myself and Grimtusk step out of the hookah parlor to
Yep.
go off to Marius's office, I'm gonna look over at Grim. I'm gonna go. I think Iara managed to chip away at the enchantment in her room
Along the wall.
with the wall. I think she had the sigil of air on her, of elemental air on her floor, and she had chipped away at the window to get a better breeze in. I think she may have messed with the enchantment, but I can't be certain.
I don't think I tried to necessarily cast magic while in there. Also, wasn't elemental air aligned anyway, so.
That's just an idea I have. I don't know. I don't know what else she would have. Sure, she can get more light. I understand that, but kind of chisel.
What was her college before?
Conjuration.
So, she's not an enchantress. Who stands to benefit from all this is what gets me.
Someone wanting to see the college have a public kerfuffle on their hands. Someone who wants to clamp down on the college a little bit more.
It's so messy.
And I think that's intentional. But I want to check Marius' office to make sure that there isn't any signs of a break-in before Marius has a chance to go and reset.
If you had someone who knew something bad about you, that you're developing weapons you shouldn't be using, would you set them free and let them frolic around a scrapyard?
Not if it didn't have the opportunity to forward my own motives. Sure, the DOOMKEEP. That's weird. Has a bad reputation associated with it, and it's trying to get better. But what if not all of the people on board want the reputation to get better, or don't care about, squaring away their papers?
Thought. Our doctor lady we have yet to speak to. She gets given certain prisoners to poke about in their brain. Maybe if they get much worse, they get knocked down a few levels into her purview.
Maybe. I mean, there are prodigies. They're a part of a cadre.
Seems that someone who knows as much as Snark does, though, would have been first on the list.
No, I think they're getting tenderized before they go in. Give it a bit more of a reason.
It's very public, though. It's not how I would do it.
I feel like that's probably what Iara's meddling might have caused. Maybe she broke one of the rules of the tower. Again, speculation, but I definitely think Dr. Komina has something to say about it.
Let's go toss an office.
Yeah, let's go catch an Aurochs.
Okay. Yeah, you guys jump on an Oryx, make your way over to Maris's office. It's empty at the moment. It's just still really early in the morning, like 6 a.m. or something like that, so his receptionist is not there. The door is locked. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Does he still have his good hooch?
In that flask, yeah.
I have a suit.
Oh, okay.
Son of a bitch!
Who all is going to the off? I know, I think someone said they were staying around to
The
watch.
three of us are going.
Okay.
Those
You're-
two are going
Stay
scrapyard
with Marius.
slash with Mary's slash with.
Okay. We'll do you three then.
I'm clicking this lock in the name of the greater good.
I'm helping
Okay.
you.
This is not a totally difficult lock, so I'll just do
Roll with
do
advantage,
this.
I'm helping you.
I'm gonna break the game.
So that is an 18.
An 18. That's enough. It's not a terribly complex lock.
An
And so the door jiggles open. It's an old door anyway. It's kind of creaks as it opens up. Nobody's inside. It's darkened. The rays of the sun are maybe just now starting to come up. And so as you guys kind of move around inside the space, give me investigation checks and tell me what you're looking for.
Can you cast Detect Magic?
I can.
I don't have the ability to do that. Just getting a magical angle.
I can, but I don't have so much of that in a day.
Well, it's the end of the day.
Oh, it's a ritual, isn't it?
You can guess it as a ritual.
Yes. Give me a moment then.
Okay.
Beginning of the day.
Son of a bitch.
Investigate.
Yes.
Unless anyone wants to help me.
Is this your whole thing?
Yes!
My prayers are with you.
Damn it.
Also,
I'll help.
Thank you.
And I help.
Not great, but it's better than
I also can cast Detect Magic.
I'm sorry.
16.
16?
A lot of detective magic in this
What'd you get?
14.
14? And would you?
That's gonna be close.
It's fine.
So that is an 18.
18. Okay. I think, Grim, you're the one who finds a couple of interesting things.
Looting a lawyer's office.
Yeah.
I'm here for this.
So, actually, I'll say Gaius and you both find some interesting stuff. We'll start with Gaius, because what you find is more relevant to Marius' state of mind and maybe what's going on here.
Alcohol?
A lot of alcohol. Like, so much alcohol in that you guys remember that when you first went into his office, he offered you a drink. And he had an liquor cabinet. That thing is stocked to the gills.
It was.
Yeah.
It was stocked.
It was stocked. Well, no, you're thinking of the warden's office where you stole it.
No, I'm going to rob him now.
Well, now, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
I'm gonna take the nice stuff for me.
Okay.
And the high proof stuff for him.
His office, please.
Clearly has a drinking problem. I'm trying to
Okay.
help him.
I'm trying to turn new
Don't
leaf.
try to
I take
persuade me.
one bottle.
Second.
Fucking amateur hour.
Well, I'm very good at what I do.
I know.
Person.
Don't try to persuade me.
You find a lot of, Gaius, you also find a lot of
Don't try to sound reasonable.
documents related to this case with Lady Yulia, Yara's sister, and the 4 missing inmates. He's got copies of like the addresses that they all appear at that he had given to Elohim at the beginning of their first meeting. He's got a dossier that he's sort of assembled on each of the 4 inmates that matches up with a lot of the info that you have. In fact, his dossiers are less complete than what you have discovered in some ways over the last day. So nothing exciting, but you can tell that he's been doing his due diligence trying to work this case as best as he can, it seems like. It just seems like he's a high-functioning alcoholic who is going on no sleep, and his...
So we're doing him a favor.
You are doing. I think you're doing. Honestly, you are probably doing him a favor. It's clearly affecting his work because his dossiers are not very complete. The handwriting is very shaky. It's like you can tell that, like I said, it's been affecting his work. That he has. In fact, you remember another thing you remember from details from the day before is that he looked very tired and bleary-eyed at one point when you were going into the warden's office. So this all kind of matches up. If he's basically had 2 or 3 hours of sleep a day every day for the last week, no wonder he's a mess, right? In any case, what you find is more related to your own case. You find files on yourself, and the way you look, your presentation, your tattoos, that kind of stuff. You find a whole host of details on the account of the actual half orc who robbed the scrolls from the Wizard's College. This individual, like I said, doesn't have any tattoos, had a scar under his eye, and they've got a name. His name is Alger. They've also, in the time that Marius left you at the tower and went back to his office, he was able to find an address. Or at least, maybe not an address, but it's written down a location, a neighborhood of the city where he is located, and that he lives somewhere in a house with a fountain that has a chair on top of it.
Does it say how flammable the house is? You have to do 1 to 10.
It doesn't give those exact details, I'm afraid, but
Marius is slipping.
Somehow I've acquired this Molotov cocktail.
Why do you just spawn those?
Everyone needs that's a gift.
It's a miracle. Praise be.
And it mentions another few details on this individual Alger. Apparently he was a transmutation student at the college.
Interesting. Did you find anything, Detective?
I'm looking through. Nothing that we didn't already know about. Trying not to touch too many things.
Yeah.
Do we know who has authority to get us down to the 5th floor?
The warden and Dr. Kamina. Those are the only two.
Fantastic. I'm going to look for, permission slip style forms around here.
Closest thing you can find is it's not a permission slip, but there's warrants, copies of warrants he would take to a judge.
More of, because I'm sure he's been given permission to go to different floors at different times. So
yes.
something from warden, hall pass to go.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's nothing on it that says that you could go down to the 5th floor.
I didn't say that. I said any.
Okay.
I want to see how they're written, how they're formulated.
They're just basic letters that he's written. It's not like a form letter or a template, but you could copy the verbiage or the basics. Yeah.
Doing that, proficiency in calligraphy tools, forgery kit, and I have a copy of his signature from last game.
All right, go ahead and make a check using your forgery tools.
Charisma?
It's up to my interpretation. In this case, I usually go with intelligence for forgery. If you can make a case for why it's charisma, I'll consider it.
It's putting the art and the style behind it and the personality behind it. It's not just cold and logic. Mm-hmm. It's going by the emotion behind how it's written, how it's done.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Has it been less than an hour since we dealt with his brother?
Right at. So let's let the dice decide. If it's evens, no. If it's odds, yes. It's odds. So yes, it's expired. The Eagle Splendor has expired.
Oh, okay, it's been more than an hour. That's fine.
That's what I mean.
So, rolling a tool, just a charisma
you
check?
get to add your charisma and your proficiency bonus into
cool.
it. Yeah.
8. 23?
That's good. So you think you've put together a very believable facsimile of a letter that would be from Marius's hand.
Cool.
Yep.
Not from Marius, from the warden.
Oh, from the warden. Wait, from the warden to give Marius permission?
Gives us permission to get on the 5th floor. So I want
through Marius as
through copying, because I assume the warden's given Marius a letter saying you can go here and there. So I see from warden to us, signed warden, you can go to 5th floor.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
It's a very well manufactured facsimile.
Good enough.
The question is, even though it's believable from a look standpoint, will someone believe it when all evidence goes to the contrary that no one's supposed to go down there?
I am very charismatic.
Yeah, I know. We'll see how it goes. But at some point, like I said, you're shooting an arrow at the moon. And
you're definitely losing that internship.
Dreadful.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you seem really upset about it.
People don't look too close with broken kneecaps, though. So
that's true.
Yeah, I heard about your people.
Oh, I have no doubt about your that you guys are going to get down there somehow. I'm just wondering how it's going to go down.
It's actually like wonderful. Welcome to the 5th floor. Oh my goodness, we're so happy you're here. It's the Lotus Club.
Yeah.
No, we're stuck.
All right, so about that time, you hear jingling of keys coming towards the door, and footsteps, sort of moving up to the door itself. Seems like maybe the receptionist is arriving. So,
Shall
opens the door.
I make myself scarce.
Oh, excuse me.
I? Sorry, have you seen him? Have you seen Marius?
No, I just got here.
I was supposed to have, a nice meeting with him this morning, but I can't see him.
How did you get inside?
The door.
The door was locked. Was the door not locked?
I didn't unlock it.
Make a persuasion. Or make a deception.
That's not deception. I did not unlock it.
Yeah, the overall vibe is not truthful.
Deception?
Yeah.
Group Tusk and I are going out a window.
Yeah.
26.
Okay.
These are my two things I'm good at.
Yeah. I suppose that makes sense. All right, but you two make stealth rolls.
With advantage, 'cause I'm trying to keep her distracted.
I think it's a pretty hard check, so it's just straight.
Defenestrate yourselves. You can do it.
That's 15.
5.
What'd you get?
15.
15. It's enough. It's the last minute maybe you're kind of getting your last foot kind of stuck on the door jamb, but then you get it out just as like she moves into Marius's actual office. Looks around and says, "Well, he's not here. He usually is here by now, but I don't know what to tell you, sir. I'm very sorry."
I do apologize. I'm sure I'll run into him at some point.
He
does
I
seem to
could reschedule you for an appointment later today if you'd like. What's your name?
It's the only time I had. I'll have to reschedule later on. Gaius.
All right, guys. I'll put you down at least.
He does seem to have a bit of a drinking problem. I know it's not my place to say, but if you
I felt the same way, but I also, you don't want to get fired.
No,
it's
but
a wonderful job, but
if you keep an eye on him,
I would
appreciate it. I've seen.
I'll
what
see
it
if I
does to
can.
people.
Maybe I can mix some of those liqueurs with something less alcoholic, like water it down a little bit.
Water it down.
Yeah.
Yes, brilliant idea.
Okay.
You looked at the entirely empty liquor cabinet.
Oh, this looks ransacked, but what am I to say?
Yeah, I know exactly. Well,
He
she
must
probably
have
doesn't
had a
pay attention,
night.
Like,
God damn.
You really tied one on.
Marius can kill it. Right on, Marius.
It's like, that's
Tip of the hat.
what?
Good day.
Good day.
And I will make my way out back to wherever below the window that they
Yeah.
left by.
Yep. They are in the bushes and they got leaves in their hair and all that good stuff.
Look like you could use a drink. Hand you a bottle.
What do I do with all these bottles?
You've never said that.
All right, let's get back to the scrapyard.
Yes.
So I want to
Back to the
load
scrap.
Snark into the food cart.
Yep.
I'm going to disguise self into just like a friendly-looking gnome. And
Okay.
I'm gonna drive the cart to my parents' place.
I'm just walking beside you.
Yeah.
Just curious, how does an artificer's disguise self work? Do you think?
Oh yeah, 1000%. It is like a bunch of like different mirrors and like slow projections that just like change the colors of different parts on my face and like stuff like that. So it's like kind of like a arcane hologram.
Oh wow, that's cool.
And as I, trundle him down to my parents, like they are not artificers, they are just like tinkerer kinds. And they like have like a small repair shop in like a small part of the city.
Can I move to change the campaign focus to the misadventures of two goblins trying to make it as a food truck operator? Because that sounds amazing.
I've been watching a lot of Delicious in Dungeon recently, so yeah, I'm 1000%.
I mean, nobody really questioned you. You've got your disguise going. Maybe a few people ask you to stop for a kebab every once in a while, but I don't know if you.
And I'm just like, peace off, I'm busy. I have big order to do.
Ruining your reputation of my upcoming business.
They are bad kebabs.
Rushing behind
that quells any inspection afterwards.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Guys, I think we're corrupting Pog. Pog was so innocent.
I threw it up because, the coffee.
Oh yeah, you shouldn't
Have you
drink any
tried
coffee that
high-proof alcohol?
you shouldn't drink any coffee Alahai makes. That is high test stuff. I'll get my parents to brew you some tea.
So unfortunately, your parents' house is up a hill at the very end.
Fantastic.
So you're like, slugging it up there.
You really packed it on in that prison, Snock.
Why you? The pudding. It's all you can eat is the pudding.
The pudding's really good.
The food is so calorically dense.
How heavy is the cart?
You're pretty heavy with a goblin inside of it. So
Can I just pick up the cart?
okay. Yeah, what's your strength?
It's a 17, but I'm +9 to athletics.
I think you don't even have to roll. It's just your encumbrance, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I think with a 17, what's your strength? I mean, I guess you've got Mark. You've got Mark 2 to do it, right?
Yeah, I got Mark too.
Yeah. So you don't need to worry. It's you were struggling. You're like Mark 2, do this, and then he's like, psh, psh, and then he takes care of it from there.
I will like as soon as we get into close proximity to my parents' place, I'll just drop disguise self.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, I'll go into the shop, like they'll probably be like still setting up for the morning. I'll be like, hey ma, hey pa, and then I just like pull like a little like lever that looks like a book, and then like a bookcase will just like slide up, and it's like just like this hidden room in there.
Fucking Batcave.
and I'm just like, it's like I gotta look. I need you guys not to freak out when you see him.
But your mom's, before you could like start saying that, your mom was like, "Sit down, I made breakfast."
No. We already had breakfast. We have a whole ton of kebabs that you can have. Look, I found Snock. He's in a bit of trouble. He needs to lay low.
You found Snock?
Yeah. So he needs to lay low for a little bit, maybe just like a day, and then we might have to send him back to the DOOMKEEP.
Well, we're not sending him back, and then like start like your dad's taking it.
You're breaking about time.
Yeah. You know, but your mom is like
I'm just
freaking
imagining
out.
like it's George Costanza.
Yeah, exactly.
All the glassware starts
Yeah.
vibrating.
Like, what are you talking about? We can't send him back. We just got him back.
No, I know. So the thing is, like, apparently he has been in the Belfry for however long he's been missing.
I knew it. I told her.
Anyway, like recently, like in the
All
last
the elements of an amazing sitcom. Right here.
in the last 6 days or so, he's just been
You're
like
the dating neighbor.
escaping somehow. He shows up at the scrap yard where he and I used to hang out.
You boys in that scrapyard.
And then he would they just capture him and bring him back. So we're trying something out. We're gonna see if he's not in the DOOMKEEP, he's been enchanted the last couple of nights. That's why he always ends up at the scrapyard. We're hoping that if he's not there, that he doesn't get enchanted, and then he's just out of this. If he's still enchanted, we let him go back to the scrapyard because we gotta figure something else out.
Oh my God, this is insane.
I mean, it is definitely out of our wheelhouse a little bit, but okay, so
I trust you boys to do what's right.
Puck, do you think you could bring in the cart, please?
Yes. Also, hello, I am Pac.
Yeah, sorry, this is Puck.
You speak in my head. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a strange turn of events.
He's from out of town. He's here to.
I heard about those types of creatures that speak in your head. They got psycho powers.
No. Don't we don't. He is very talented. He has abilities. We're not saying anything that's possibly offensive to our friend here.
He might be able to kill us with his mind.
Please do not start a war.
Just ignore them. They're old. They don't know the right way to say things sometimes.
This is fine. They seem lovely. You mentioned breakfast?
Yes. Yes, I gotta feed you. You're so skinny. And you're like,
Look at these legs and arms.
Oh my goodness!
you eat it all.
What are you doing with all this lack of fat?
I only need nutrients once a week, but I shall enjoy your food.
Let me know. She starts piling food on a plate for you.
Yes.
This is like, it's still greasy, but this is like really good looking like food all over the place.
Is it eggs?
Yeah.
I take the eggs first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I open up the cart and be like, all right, get out.
It was stuffy in there. Oof. All right.
Smell like kebabs.
No.
You're gonna be smelling like
Hey, Ma,
human
hey,
for the
Ma.
rest of the week. Yeah. So yeah, let
Actually,
them have
your mom comes rushing in and gives it a big
Yeah.
hug. So
okay, so we got the secret room. So just move all the. We gotta move some of this stuff. Like I know we were holding on to it, but we gotta move some of this material.
I'm on it. And your dad comes in and just starts moving stuff around.
And then like he'll like set up like a little cot and stuff, and like, all right, Snock, you got. I know you're out for the first time in a couple years. Just stay in the room, okay?
Okay, I can do that.
I'll be back later tonight. Well, I'll sit with you and try to figure out what's going on if they're trying to enchant you or anything like that.
Yeah.
How the Megs?
These are fantastic.
Yeah, it's real
This
good,
is
right?
great.
Oh, I'm so glad you like them.
Thank you very much.
I
Oh,
like
your
just like
friend
I
is
just, like,
lovely.
eat them like Fantastic Mr. Fox. Just like
It's like that at first, but then I seem to catch myself
Yeah.
and start eating slowly.
3 Kreen using utensils with their proboscis. Just
It usually is that. It's like I taste and then another hand goes forward, grabs another handful,
Soon all 4 are working.
and it's just a fucking constant.
Now, you guys brought Marius with you, is that right? Or did you just leave him at the...
I thought he was in the cart.
No, I brought him with me.
Okay.
I couldn't breathe.
Yeah, he climbs out from under Snark and like, oh,
On the bright
Yeah,
side,
yeah.
Kebab after being drunk.
You're gonna be smelling like human for the rest of the
I
week.
need to just sleep it off. Is there somewhere I can lay down?
Yeah, you can crash in my old room. That's fine.
I appreciate it.
He's gonna go up there and there's like so many like action figures made out of garbage.
Yeah.
It's a cool room.
It's the trash compactor.
The scrapyard defender.
I don't think he even cares as long as there's a bed there. He's ready to, he just zonks out as soon as he hits the pillow.
He's a prominent lawyer, but he's got a bit of a drinking problem.
Oh dear. Well,
If you know any nice girls in the
Yeah,
neighborhood
we'll
that can
set him
maybe
up.
settle him down.
I know a few.
Yeah, so he's like, Ma, Pa, great to see you. Look, our family's coming back together. And
I can't
soon
believe it. This is
we're gonna-
wonderful.
We're gonna be able to take these dumb wizards down.
Yeah, your dad's like,
Way ahead of you.
hell yeah.
In the meantime, I gotta get back to Al's the office and check in to see where they're at. No, they're probably waiting for us at the scrapyard. I'm gonna go back to the scrapyard.
All right.
Puck, you done with breakfast? Here, you know what? Ma, can you make a plate for him?
Oh yeah, of course. To-go plates for all your friends, and she like uses the stack of like, plates with like a covering on top of them, and just hands you the whole stack.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
A long and pleasant life to you.
Ah, you too. For a buck, he's so nice. I love it. For a buck.
I'm gonna just saddle up with Mark II and then just drive him out with the cart back towards the scrapyard.
Yep. All right. So, where do you guys head?
Free
after-
kebabs, the best kebabs in town. I'm just like throwing them out.
Past the same guy, he's really confused. I thought you said they were bad.
They are good now. Eat one. Psychic.
I'm being blasted advertisements of kebabs. What hell am I? Ooh. Chicken.
It tastes like goblin.
They smell like goblin too.
Basted in.
Just for the convenience of getting ready, you guys all want to head back to the scrapyard to just
Yeah,
reconvene?
seems so.
Okay, that sounds good.
Plus, we gotta go and see these
I have a
chucklefoot
detour
guards
next.
explain
Okay,
to the.
what's your detour?
It's Alger.
Alger?
Alger.
Yeah. Okay, well, let me ask you this. Do you want to go by yourself, or do you want to convince your newfound friends to maybe help you out on this bit?
I need you all to get really cool about a lot of things real quick.
What are we gonna get cool about?
You know why I was locked up?
Yeah, I have your file.
We found you in prison.
It's pretty
So
obvious
I
why you were
found
locked
the
up.
name and the location of the person who actually stole the scrolls.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a word with him.
Is this going to be another what is it? Baxter, Bobby,
Benny?
Benny. I'm bad with B's.
I would like to be noted that Benny was fully alive when I left him.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it was good. It was good. It was good intimidation. It was good.
All right. And you want to go and talk to this scroll thief? Bring him to
Have a
justice?
nice conversation, yes.
Okay. Do you want to call the guard in? Or do you want to do this yourself?
I don't think we need the gods.
Not yet.
That look in your eye betrays a little bit of my trust, but I'm going to extend the olive branch.
I'm on a higher path now, remember?
I do remember, and I'm holding you to that.
I can run interference if you need it.
I'm doing it. We'll get back to that later.
Fireball.
Yeah. So let's say that you
Actually-
guys. Okay.
I would like to at least procure the goblin. The goblin seems like he'd be cool about this.
You mean Script?
Script, yeah.
So, yeah, I, like I said, I think all of you can come to get back together at the scrapyard, right?
Yeah.
And so when you all come back together, I think you've convinced everybody to go along with you on this journey, if you want. However, we'll do that next time because for now we're going to end this episode and we'll begin next time with your journey
Arson.
to journey to find Alger.
Figuring out why this damn DOOMKEEP keeps triggering audio cues.
All right, thank you everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye.